Hello, my name is Julie and this is KS Mom Crochets, and today is Crochet Podcast number 99. So we're almost to 100, guys. That's pretty awesome, right? So I do have some finished objects to share with you today. I have a few whips to share with you all. I have startitis so bad. I feel like all those months that I didn't crochet, I'm trying to cram into January just to make up for lost time. You know, it's a new year, fresh start, all that. We'll see how long that this lasts. But for right now, I am enjoying the ride. Like, I am enjoying crochet. I found the joy for my crochet again, and I'm so very happy and thankful for that because I have truly missed it so much. You know, and I'm glad that things are calming down for me for right now and that I'm able to, get back to what I love. So I want to talk to you all for just a little bit. There's a few things that I would like to share before I actually get into the actual podcast part of my video. First of all, I want to say that I did get a new crochet journal. Start of a new year, start of a new journal. I used the same journal for 2 years. So, I feel like that's important to share with you guys. So I am using this. This is like a loose leaf binder. It has like loose leaf papers in it that I keep notes in for certain things. I have some tabs and stuff here to divide different sections, and it's just notes that I like to keep for myself in that part. I do have this little journal that I bought for 2025 to 2026, and like, when it comes to my books, I'm not a paper snob. Like, I don't care if it's Amazon printed paper that a pattern is printed on. I don't care if I'm working off copy paper. Like, it doesn't bother me. I'm not like a paper snob when it comes to like actual books. But when it comes to things that I'm taking notes on, something that I'm going to have for the next 2 years, I figured out that I am a huge paper snob when it comes to what I'm writing on and taking my crochet notes in. Nothing wrong with this journal. It's actually a lot nicer than your standard notebook. I do like it, but it's just not as nice as the ones that I was using. And I'm very sad that they are not making those anymore. So I'm going to try to deep dive on the internet and try to find a different one. So I'm not sure if I will have this one long term. I'm not sure. So that's why it's not decorated with stickers or anything like that, because I'm not sure what I'm going to, if I'm going to continue to use it. But I might if I can't find the one that I like the most. But like I said, it is really a really nice journal. It's got the ribbon bookmark. It's got this stretchy band that holds it together. It's lined. It also has a pocket in the back. It comes with some stickers here. Let's see. So it comes with these stickers, and then these stickers, I'm not really sure what those are. And if you see my finger right here, that is a blood blister underneath my fingernail, because when I was opening a box at work, it had really thick glue on it and my fingernail bent backwards. So, yeah, I meant to put a band-aid on it and I forgot. But it's okay. Hopefully y'all won't mind. So, like I said, the paper is thicker than regular notebook paper, but it's still not thick enough for me. I like to use these Sharpie gel pens, and it doesn't bleed through or anything, but I don't know. I guess I'm just a paper snob. I didn't realize that until I started writing in this. But anyway, I digress. So like I said, I did start a new journal, and I'm happy about that because that's something that I absolutely love to do. I love taking my notes. It helps me on my YouTube channel, and it helps me in the long run just to keep track of my projects. So I did want to mention one more thing before I get started, and I had talked about this in, I think, my 2024 roundup video that I wanted to go through all the books that I have and write down the ones that I haven't worked in versus the ones that I have. And that way I can keep a track of which ones do I need to work out of. And a lot of the books that I have worked out of, I may have only worked one pattern, but that's better than it sitting on the shelf and never being, worked from. But I am pretty proud of how many that I actually have. It's more than what I thought. So as of January 2025, and then I will update you all at the end of the year about this, but as of January 2025, I have a total of 79 books. I'm sure that number will go up because designers keep putting out books and I keep wanting to buy them. And obviously, I've been gifted books and stuff over the years, and that's always lovely too. I have a very deep love of crochet books, and I guess I'm just a book collector. I love to look at them. So, they do get use even if I haven't created patterns from them, because I look at my books all the time, like all the time. But anyway, 79 total books. And out of those, I have actually worked from 46 of them. So that is not that bad. Like, I thought it would be a whole lot less than that. So I'm pretty happy with that. I feel like YouTube has really helped me with that. Like, certain things that I have done over the years has really helped me to do what I say I want to do, even if it's for a short while. So I do have 33. Technically it's 32 because I have worked on one since I wrote this down. So 33 books, or 32 that I still need to work out of. So that's pretty good, guys. I'm pretty happy with that. I will go ahead and get started on sharing what that I have actually been up to. What have I crocheted? What are my whips? all that good stuff. So the first project that I have to share is not actually a finished project. It is something that I will be working on all year long. I don't typically join in a lot of CALs, but I really do love Litsa over at Coco's Crochet. She usually has a CAL every year for the past 2 years now. And I have really enjoyed participating in her CALs. So I'm going to try to do this one. I'm not really good with 12-month long CALs. Like, my track record for them is not very good, but I'm going to try my best to do this. I'm not counting this as a finished project in my journal. I'm not going to count it as a finished project until it's completed, because it's not finished. You know what I'm saying? So I don't number it, because I do number all of my projects in my journal so that at the end of the year I can count them easily. So, this CAL is hosted actually by 2 people. It is by Litsa over at Coco's Crochet and Rose from Rose Likes Crochet. They are doing a Birthstone CAL crochet along, and I forgot to write the hashtag down, so I don't know the hashtag. If I can remember, I'll try to put it right here. The premise of the CAL basically is that each month is based on a birthstone. So January is garnet. So you were supposed to pick a color that corresponds with garnet and create a project. Or you can do one project throughout the whole year. And that is what I'm doing. So this is what I have done. I've decided that the easiest thing for me to do for a 12-month long CAL or all year CAL is to do a blanket and do so many rows. I feel like that is the easiest thing to keep up with, that it won't be too much pressure on myself. So that is what I've decided to do. And so here's my beginning strip. It's really hard to show you. But this is such a beautiful stitch. It reminds me of the Drunken Granny a little bit, but not as, it's more lacier. I really love it a lot. It's a 1-row repeat. I'm not sure if this pattern is available online, but it came out of this book right here, which is called, it's by Leisure Arts, and it is called Absolutely Gorgeous Sentimental Shells. And the designs are by Terry Kimbrough, I think is how you say that. And I'm not sure where that I got this from. I'm not sure if I bought this or if I was gifted this. I just can't remember. But I do remember Terry from Yarn Joy podcast talking about this designer, and she's created blankets from this designer. And I remember I wanted it really bad. But this is book 3, so evidently there's 2 other booklets out there. And like I said, it is a booklet. It's one of those older ones. I'm not sure when this was published. It was published in 1995. So like you have your pattern, and then you only have like a couple full colored pages of the designs, but this is the one that I'm doing. And in this booklet it is number 2, and it is called the Lacy Shells. And I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. And I think in December or sometime or another, I will add that border to the blanket. I'm just not sure what color I will do. I'll wait until December and I get all my Birthstone colors in there and then see what I decide. But I just love it so much. I think it's so pretty. And for this, I'm not sure if this color, I'm not sure if this is garnet or not, honestly. But this is the closest thing that I could find that might be close to garnet. So this is Big Twist in the color Wine. And I'm using a 6mm hook on it. And hopefully that is close enough to garnet. Because I'm not really sure. You know? So hopefully that'll work. But this is my entry. This is it folded in half. So it's more, well, with the border it'll be wider. But yeah, I think it's pretty good sized. So for each color I'm doing 6 repeats because it's a 1-row repeat, and I'm doing 6 repeats. So that should give me a total of 72 rows at the end of the 12-month, or 72 repeats, because I will have a building row and like an ending row, you know, and then the border. But I think it'll work out. I think it'll be big enough, and I think that I will be able to keep up with this, hopefully, because it's not like a, you know, a hard stitch to do. So my first completed project of 2025 is from this book right here that I was gifted from Deborah, and it is called Amigurumi Friends, and it is by Jade. Cannot say her name, but it is all from Jade. And I was so excited to get this book, and I just had to work out of it right away. And so here is what my little bear looks like. Hair on him. I think it turned out pretty cute. I really actually enjoyed working this little pattern. I think I'm gonna do a book look on this book, because I would like to get back into doing the book look videos. So look for that in the future, very near future. But for this pattern, I used a 3mm hook, and I used I think it's a sport weight. Or is it a DK? I can't remember what weight of yarn this is. I think it's a DK, but it's the Bon Bon Ice yarn from Mary Maxim. I really love this yarn. So I have a bunch of it, and you know, you will continue to see this yarn in the future because I still have a lot of it. So this color right here is Brown Heather, and then this color right here, I can't remember what color it was because I didn't write it down. But that is also a Bon Bon Ice yarn. So in this book, in case you're not familiar, this book has 5 different body styles, but you use the same head for every body style. I did body number 2, the standing body, and it's probably the most simple body in the book, I would think. But the thing about it is that where that she uses the same head for all the body styles, the head is separate, but it's a basic circle. So it's very easy to make this a one-piece pattern. with the standing body number 2. I also used Cassandra from Craftably Ever After. Has that cute little embroidered eye. I do like to always mention that in case you want to, or you haven't heard of it and you would want to try eyes like that. I will have her tutorial linked below. The muzzle part was a little bit different for me. I have done patterns like this before for animals where their muzzle is more oblong instead of round. So I wasn't sure. I really wasn't sure. And she also shows you how to embroider the nose a lot different than what I did. Hers is more of a... Actually, the one in the book is not even... It doesn't even look embroidered. Like, I don't know what kind of nose that is, but that is not an embroidered nose at all. Like, that looks like a safety nose. But there are instructions for how to embroider a nose in this book, but I just did it my own way. I think it turned out really cute. I made this as a baby gift. My nephew had his, him and his girlfriend, they had a little baby girl, and she's absolutely beautiful. I wish that I could share her picture because she's so pretty. I can't wait to hold her because I haven't got to see her in person. But I made this for her, and it goes with this little book right here that I got from Amazon, and it's called I Love You to the Moon and Back, and it is illustrated by Tim Warnes, and it's such a cute little book, and I think that it, it goes alright with it. It doesn't look exactly like these little bears here on the front, but I thought that it would be cute to put that together. And I've had this book since before Christmas, and I just hadn't made a little teddy bear, so I decided to make the little teddy bear to go with it. My finished object number 2 is a doily. I have a doily on my coffee table that I've had there for years, and I'm just kind of tired of it. Like, I'm just ready for a new one. So I thought, why don't you just make a new centerpiece for your coffee table? So that's what I'm doing, or what I was trying to do. So I decided to do Pineapple Parade, which comes out of this book, 50 Fabulous Pineapple Crochet Motifs by Jean Linehauser and Feroja Harold. And this was gifted to me. And like I said, I made Pineapple Parade, and I have it pinned to this foam board so that you could see what it looked like. And it does look a little wonky because I haven't blocked it and it's pinned out, stretched out, but I just think it's so pretty. It's got that flower. Like, you can see there's a flower in the middle, and then it looks like it just keeps going. It's got the pineapple stitch that comes, because obviously all of these in that book have the pineapple stitch in it somehow. It's got the fans all the way around it, and it's not big enough. It's not big enough for what I wanted it for, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if I'm going to put it somewhere else or if I'm going to put it on a ring. I haven't decided yet because it is so pretty that it would look beautiful on a wall, on the wall back here. But I don't know yet. I haven't decided because there's somewhere else that I think I might could use this on a table somewhere. So we'll see what I decide to do. But for now I'm calling it done. I used a 3.25 millimeter hook on this, and I used Curio number 3 thread from We Crochet in the color navy. This was only 12 rows or 12 rounds, and so I think that that's why it's not big enough, because I thought that it would come out a little bigger than that using a thicker thread. But I think it's beautiful. I love it so much. If I decide to put it on a ring, I will share it again on a ring. Let's see. And then my last finished object is the little Bigfoot pattern by Lucy Collin. Oh my God, he's so cute. I love him so much. Like I said, this pattern is by Lucy Collin, and she is also known as Lucy Ravenscar on Etsy. And I will have this pattern linked below. You actually get a big version and a small version and a monster, another one in it too. But I don't know what all the difference is in those three. But this one right here is just the little Bigfoot pattern. I also have a magazine that the big Bigfoot pattern, or Yeti, it's also called a Yeti too, is in. See, it's right there. And it is in this magazine that I was gifted. So if you have this magazine, you may already have that pattern. I really enjoyed making this. I think he looks so much cuter on camera. Actually, that green is just showing up so bright and beautiful. So I used a 4mm hook because the yarn that I used was a little bit on the thicker side of a 4-weight. And it is this Big Twist Rave yarn. And I thought they didn't sell it anymore, but they do. And this is how much I had left after doing this out of 312 yards. And it's so pretty. Oh man, it's so pretty. I love it. I got this last year. I can't remember when I bought it, but I don't know if I ever showed it on camera. But yeah, I really love it so much. I definitely would like to get more eventually. So we'll see. But I really do love this color so much. It's called Electric Slime. And I also have a pink one in that too. I think these are 14mm eyes, and they are glitter eyes. I think that they, I thought, I couldn't figure out what color, because they're the ones that have the little glitter disc that you put behind the eye. And I couldn't decide which color that I wanted to do, so I just went with green on green. I gave him a little smile. It was more smiley, and then I pulled it too tight, so I haven't decided if I'm going to redo his smile or not. I might. And then I did color control this a little bit just because I didn't want his face really dark. Like, I didn't want this black on the face or anything like that. She does suggest making, okay, in the pattern, she suggests making the face first. She also has 2 different ways to make the arm in the Etsy pattern. And I did the alternate way. So I worked from the top of the arm down, and the way that is written in the magazine over here, and like just in the pattern, is you work from the bottom up, and that looked harder than what I wanted it to be. So I did the alternate method from the top down, and it was so much easier. These are just popcorn stitches for the toes. He does have 6 fingers and 6 toes. So, I'm not calling him a Bigfoot because he's green. I just call him a monster because he looks more like a monster. But I think he turned out really cute. That right there was like a 1 strand of this bright green right in the middle, but it's okay. I really like him. So, the legs in the pattern are not connected. So you make the legs separate, the body separate, and then the face is like a flat piece that you sew on, and the arms are separate. So I think the reason that she does that is because she wants you to have the option of making him sitting down, because I think the Yeti sits down and the Bigfoot stands up, if I'm remembering right. And I made the body and the legs together. So I just started crocheting the legs together, and both of these legs together is 48 stitches. So I found the row that had 48 stitches, and I just worked that pattern backwards for the body, and it worked out perfect. It was so easy. The hair on the face is made by doing loop stitches, and then you cut it and you take a cat brush and you brush it out, and it worked out perfect. I have made this pattern before last year, and I gave it to my nephew, and he absolutely loved it. So my next work in progress has a little bit of a story behind it too. Usually I have a ginormous doily that is on my kitchen table, and I don't know, somehow during Christmas you know, like putting out my Christmas stuff. I put it somewhere safe, but I don't know where it's at. And during Christmas, I have this table runner that's got like poinsettias on it. And my husband's like, why don't you just make a table runner? And I was like, I don't know. I've never made a table runner before, but I decided to give it a go, and I'm really actually enjoying this. I thought that this would be like one of those projects that I'm like, I don't want to do this, you know, it's not fun, whatever, but I'm really, really, really enjoying this project. I'm just doing a little bit at a time. I'm trying to do like so many rows a day. Like maybe even if I just put one row in a day, it will continue to grow and eventually it'll be big enough for my table. That's my hope. And you know, a table runner is not the same as a tablecloth. So it is not, like going to cover the whole table. So that's why it's not like super wide. But this is what I have done so far. It's about the size of a placemat right now. I just think it's got this window stitch. Very simple, easy pattern to do. Let me turn it around. I'm connected to the yarn here. So it's very easy and simple and mindless, and I love it. So I got this pattern actually from YouTube. It's very short, like it's very easy to follow. She does speak a different language, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember what language she speaks, but I just turned the subtitles on, figured out what she was doing, and then went from there. And you know, it was easy to figure out. I didn't like actually have to sit and watch the tutorial, you know, like follow step by step. After I watched it once, it was it was in my head and I was fine. So, for this project, I have this yarn that I got from Wool Warehouse 3 years ago, I think, and I have a hoard of it. Like I have a lot of it, and it's one of those yarns that I don't think they sell anymore. And honestly, I've got to where that I can't really order from Wool Warehouse just because of the cost of shipping right now. It's just I can't really do it. It's just easier for me if I buy yarn to buy it in the States, which kind of sucks because I love their yarn so much. But this one I think has been discontinued, but it is a drops yarn, and it is drops Love You 9. I do have some drops Love You 7, but this is actually number 9, and it is 100% recycled cotton. Each skein of this has 136 yards in each skein. It is a sport weight yarn. I think it's a number 2 weight yarn, and this is my second skein that I put in. So I'm thinking, because I measured each row gives me half an inch, and it's a 2-row repeat. So I'm thinking that I need 120 rows for the size of my table, because I have one of those tables where you can put a leaf in it, like in the middle to extend it, but we took the leaf out, so it's actually not like huge. So, yeah, I think that'll work. And then, which obviously I can take it in there and lay it when it gets 120 rows, and if it's not long enough, I mean, I can easily add more rows to it. I'm thinking that that's going to take me about 5 skeins of that yarn, and I only have 6. So I'm kind of sad that yarn is going to be gone, but at the same time, it's like, why do we do that? Why do we buy yarn and then be like, oh no, this is special, we can't get it anymore, I'm not going to use it, I'm just going to let it sit there and look pretty? I don't know why I do that. I have a couple yarns that I've done that with, and I need to, obviously I am changing that. I'm trying to use it, so, because it is a nice yarn. I like it. It's a little splitty sometimes, but with the hook that I'm using, which is a 3.75 millimeter, it's not very splitty. But I know when I used it on Amigurumi, it did split just a little bit on me, which, I mean, like I said, I don't think you can get this anymore. So for this, I changed 72, and like I said, I need 120 rows. But I think it's beautiful. It's just, like I said, it's just a double crochet row and a window stitch. And it's just super simple, super easy pattern. And it's light enough. Well, you know, it's cotton too. So, it's kind of got that durable feeling, but it's also like kind of light enough to where it's not bulky, and that's what I wanted. So I think it'll be really pretty. My kitchen's in red, so I wish I'd had some red in that, but I didn't have any, so that was the most neutral color that I thought would not look horrible in my kitchen. Which, I mean, I kind of mix and match colors anyway. I'm not like everything has to be a certain color person. So my next work in progress, I did that strip for Litsa's CAL, Litsa and Rose's CAL, and I loved that stitch so much. I loved it so much that I decided that I wanted to make a blanket out of it. A different, like one now. I wanted to make one now because it was just fun. And I've had this yarn in my stash. I know I bought it while I've been on YouTube. I think it might have been my first year on YouTube, and I can't remember where I bought it from, but I know that it was on clearance. It was like $1 skein or something. So I got like $7. I think I got 6 or 7 of them. I can't remember. Of this Red Heart Super Saver stripes, and this color is called Derby Stripes. I do not gravitate toward these colors. This is definitely, I'm not saying it's ugly because it's not ugly, but it's just not colors. This is not my color combo, but it was so cheap at the time that I thought, well, I'm going to get it anyway. And it's been sitting on my shelf for years. And I said, you know what? You just need to use that yarn and get it off your shelf. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm making the lacy shells blanket that I shared earlier. And just for a refresher, there it is, out of this Leisure Arts booklet. And I'm doing it in that yarn. And I'm on my second skein of it. So this is my second skein. And it's actually not that bad once you work it up, knocking stuff over. So I did the same width as my CAL project, and I will probably do a border, and I'm not sure. I'm thinking that I might do either navy, because since it has that navy, or black. I'm not sure yet though. So it's coming along. For some reason the navy's staying on this side and not so much on that side. So I'm hoping that that will change the farther up I go. But I really like it a lot. I think it's absolutely beautiful. The stitch. Anyway, I don't know how the blanket's going to look till it gets done. Because like I said, these colors are not really like colors that I gravitate toward. But I think that it will be pretty when I get it done and get a border on it and stuff. I think it'll come together and I'll like it. It's usually how it goes. So that is, I'm using a 6mm hook on that, and I get about 17 rows per skein. So I'm not sure I don't know if I'll be able to use all of the yarn that I have. So I'm not sure. Because I was thinking about striping it. I was thinking about doing a row of that and a row of black, but then I was like, no, that's not going to use up this yarn. And my goal was to use up that yarn, or at least a good majority of it. And so I'm just going to do the whole blanket in that one color. Like I said, I think once I get the border on it and it gets bigger and it's finished, I think I'll like it a lot more than like I do right now. But the stitch is so much fun that, I don't know, you could do it in your least favorite color and still have fun with it. My last work in progress is another doily, because like I said, I made the one that I finished. I made it for my coffee table, and it's just not the size that I wanted it to be. So I thought I would go through my doily patterns and, see what that I have. Because I knew that I had ones that had more rows, because the one that I showed earlier only had 12 rows, and I needed something that had more rows, because the more rows, obviously, the bigger it's going to be. So I decided to work out of this book, and I absolutely love this booklet so much. It is called Crochet, the Ultimate Doily Book, and it's by American School of Needlework. It's from 1994. Yeah, it's from 1994, and the designer is Rita West, I think is how you say that, or Weiss, I'm not sure. And she has a ton. Like, I have a ton of her books, like booklets and different things that she's made in the past. Her and Jean Linehalser, I think that they were pretty popular in the 90s. And yeah, I really love this one. It's the number of this is, I think they were numbered back then, 1185. Just in case you're interested and you want to try to find it, you know, on eBay or thrift books or something. But for this, I am doing the Praline Pinwheel. And so this book is actually, you can tell that they changed, because usually in the older, like previous years before this was published, like older books that I have, they have a lot of just black and white photos of doilies. And this one actually has the colored pictures in the middle. So you get colored pictures on the front and the back. So those are some that are in it. And then it actually has a colored photo right here. So that is the one that I'm going to do. And I love this. I've done this design before, and it's so much fun to do. I really love the way that they turn out with that pinwheel design. And another cool thing about this one too is it also gives you, in the pattern, it gives you the big black and white picture of it as well. So I think that that's fun too. Yeah, I think this one is absolutely gorgeous. And this one is actually 28 rows, so hopefully it don't come out too big. I think that it'll be the size that I need it, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to do it anyway because it's fun. Okay, so I'm using a 3.25 millimeter hook, and I'm using this Curio number 3 thread in the color Hawk, and this is from We Crochet, and this is what I've done so far. I think, I can't remember what row I'm on. I think I'm on row 8 or 9. I think I'm starting row 9. So this is what I've got so far. So you can see the pinwheel coming together. I think it's going to be really pretty though. I have a long way to go on this pinwheel. From my count, I think that it's like 16 rows or something of just the pinwheel before you start the outside design. I just love doilies. They are so fun. Like, there's something that you got to really pay attention to. You know, because if you miss one stitch or put one stitch in wrong, it throws the whole design off. So you have to really pay attention to them, but they are so much fun because they work up decently quick. Like, I think this one, the one that's only 12 rows, I got it done in one night, like a couple hours. This one will probably take me a few days to finish because it's got more rows, and the more rows you have, the bigger it gets, you know. So it's going to take a little bit longer. But I just love making them. There's another one in here I almost made. This one right here. Oh, I just love that one so much. But it was like, I think it would have been too big. So anyway, I have a bunch of these books. So I'm thinking, I have a binder actually. I have a binder that has doily books in it. And I'm thinking that maybe not like a complete look inside. Like, I'm not going to separate them. But I think I'm going to show you what booklets I have for doilies. I think that that would be fun. A fun video. It may be a little bit longer of a video. And I probably won't be able to show you every single pattern in them. But a lot of them are set up like this, where that they have like the colored pages in the middle, you know. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I might do a video like that. And that's all my finished objects and whips and all that. I do have a little bit of yarn that I want to share with you all. I bought this after Christmas. Yes, it was after Christmas. Hirschner's had a sale where you got, I think, 10% off your order, and then they had free shipping, no minimum. And Hirschner's has free shipping a lot, but they want you to spend $35. And it's like sometimes I don't really want $35 worth of yarn, which would be like 40 in the end, you know. I don't really want that much yarn. I just want a little bit of your yarn, you know. So when they have no minimum shipping, I'm on that because, you know, I just spent $20. Like, that's all I wanted to spend. I didn't want to spend 35. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you just want to spend $20 and that's it. Anyway, so I really wanted to get another skein of this yarn. I've had this yarn before. I've made a hat out of it, and it is Premier Anti-Peeling Everyday DK. This yarn is so nice, so soft, so lovely. I love how it works up. The hat that I made out of this, I absolutely loved it, and I lost it. Every hat that I make myself, I lose. I don't know what happens to them. They just disappear. So I have to at least make myself a hat once a year because, like, I just never can keep up with my hats. So anyway, I'm going to try to make myself a hat out of this one day soon because it's super cold here. And, oh, I guess I should tell you about it. So it is 273 yards, 250 meters, 3.5 ounces or 100 grams. It's 100% anti-peeling acrylic and anti-peeling. This yarn actually, like, I made my husband a blanket in the worsted weight anti-peeling yarn that they have, and it still looks like I just made it. Like, there's no fuzzies on it or nothing. And I make a lot of blankets, but they all end up getting ruined eventually. My dog, or dogs, I used to have two, would just ruin my blankets because they'd waller on them. So this one actually has, this yarn actually does work as far as not fuzzing up after washing it and all that. You can machine wash warm and tumble dry on normal. And this color is called Slate because I just like this color. I think that's it. I mean, I think that's pretty much good enough. But it's the Premier Anti-Peeling Everyday DK. And I love this yarn so much. I wish it wasn't so expensive because I spent $4.99 on that one skein of yarn. And I just feel like that is just expensive for that, but whatever. So, like, I can't, you know, I can only get like one, you know, because if you were to make a blanket out of that, that's like a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it'll make me a good hat, and that's what I wanted it for. Now, these next two yarns, I think I've dropped one. I'll have to probably bend down and get it. But these next two yarns that are different ones, and I just wanted to try this one so bad. I've been wanting, and I know I said in my video that don't buy yarn just because you want to try it, but I knew I would love it. I knew I would, so that's why I got it. But it's so pretty, and I'd never had this yarn before, but it's by Hirschner's. It's a Hirschner's brand, and I'm sure you've seen these yarns before because I know I have, and it is called Sweet Swirls, and it is so, oh my gosh, I mean, that is just so pretty. And y'all know what I think of when I see this striping yarn. I'll have to see how long the stripes are, but man, I see a Tudor fant in this. Like, I want to make a Tudor fant. And I mean, I'll have enough to do more than just that. But this yarn was a little bit expensive. It was $6.99, but it is 100% acrylic. It's 7 ounces, 200 grams, 612 yards, or 560 meters. So I feel like $6.99 for 612 yards is not that bad because that's a lot of yardage. And it's very, very pretty. This is a number 3 weight yarn. It's made in Turkey, and you can wash and dry it. And it's pretty soft. It's not nowhere near as soft as this anti-peeling. Like, there's a big difference in these two yarns, but it's soft enough. I feel like that after you wash yarn like this, that it gets softer. But I think that it'll, you know, I'll probably use it for amigurumi. It would be so pretty as like a baby blanket though, so I don't know yet. Because this would make a really pretty baby blanket. I don't know how big it would be, but... So there is the colors up close. I had to like kind of adjust my camera a little bit so you could see them. It's very pretty. Okay, so that is that yarn right there. That is so pretty. Like I said, I've had 10% off all this yarn, so it wasn't technically as much as it said. And now these next two that I bought are the same line, but they're two different colors. And I seen, gosh, I think it's Lynette from Amigurumi Crochet. I seen her use this yarn, and oh my gosh, I wanted it so bad. I wanted it when she got it. I remember when she got it, but I wanted it for a long time. And it's this right here. It's another Hirschner's brand yarn. Hirschner's yarn is pretty good. It's not... It's got a lot softer over the years. I don't know. I'm not a yarn snob. I'll use whatever. Like I'm using Red Heart right now, and that yarn, that derby stripes is pretty rough. Like the dye in it, even the white in that derby stripes is like really rough. Now this is nicer than that. But you know, obviously it's a value acrylic. And this skein right here was only $4.97. And that's one thing that I can say about Hirschner's is like, while everybody else is like increasing their prices on their house brand yarn, and you know, Hirschner's has not. Their big skeins of yarn like this has been $4.97 since I started shopping there. So I appreciate Hirschner's for not price gouging their yarn. This is 100% acrylic. It is the Hirschner's worsted neon light yarn, in case I didn't say that. It is 8 ounces, 226 grams, 489 yards, 448 meters. Machine wash and dry, made in China, and it's a number 4. I think I said that already. So pretty. It's so pretty, and it's like literally as bright as it's showing up. Like, it's just super in your face. I just love that. I want to put it with black and just make it really pop. And then I got this to go with it because that color is actually in there. It's the same specs. That's another thing about Hirschner's that I love, is that they don't make their variegateds less yardage than their solids. And like I said, it's the same exact specs as this one. And this color, wait, what was this color? This color is called Electrify. That's a tongue twister for me. And this solid one is called Luminescent Lime. So pretty. And they have a ton of these. I would have loved to have one on every color. And I don't think I told you all the color of this sweet swirls yarn, but it is called Bright Baby. And they got a lot of pretty colors in this too. So that is all my little yarn haul. Like I said, it was after, because I got free shipping, 10% off, it was $20.92. So I didn't break the bank with that, at least. Speaking of bank, I'll just chat for a little while. I know this video's long. I haven't edited it down. I've messed it up, so I don't really know how long it's going to be. But, oh well, I don't care. I just want to talk to you all for a little while. It's because I've had a lot going on. So I live in Kentucky, and we have been getting snow so bad. Snow, we had ice, we had an ice storm, we had a snowstorm. If y'all are anywhere near all this snow, I hope that you're safe, you have electric, and that you're staying warm, because it's been pretty gnarly out. Thankfully, I didn't have to work the night that the snow came, but I did have to drive in it the other day, and it was scary. It's so scary for me to drive in snow. Like, I'm not like a horrible driver or anything like that, but when it comes to the elements, like, I get so scared driving in anything like that. And then we're supposed to get another big snowstorm coming. I can't remember if it's this weekend or if it's tonight. I can't remember. But we're supposed to get another big snowstorm soon, and I'm not looking forward to that either, because I'm going to have to drive in it. So, yeah, it's not fun. And you know, a lot of people can't make it to work. Like, I'm just lucky that I'm able to, and a lot of people are not able to, and so that makes us super short-handed, getting lots of overtime. Like, more work on less people is not fun. So that's what I've been dealing with this week. Also, back in the end of December, my bank account um, my bank account didn't get hacked. It was my Google account, not the one that I use for YouTube, thank goodness, but like a personal Google account that I have. Um, Somebody hacked my Google account, and I don't know how. And my PayPal was linked to my Google account, and it wasn't my bank account, thankfully. But they did, before I was able to like remove that, they did spend like $165 on my debit card. So I had to cancel my debit card because I had the fraud department calling me. So I had to cancel my debit card, and I'm still waiting on my debit card. Like, I haven't got it yet. And that was the 28th of December, and it's like the 7th of January, I think, when I'm recording this. And we've got so much snow that the mail's not been running, so I don't know when I'm going to be able to get my debit card. But thankfully, all my bills were paid before that happened, so that's good. So I have time. I'll just have to write checks, I guess, for my bills. And y'all, it's been a long time since I wrote a check. It was hard. It was hard to remember how. I know that's probably like something, you know, it's just so common to use your debit card for everything. But anyway, they canceled, even though my debit card wasn't hacked, they did cancel my debit card just in case, which is fine. I mean, I'm thankful for that because I don't want to lose out any more money. I'm trying to get that money refunded or like whatever, reimbursed or something, but I'm not having any luck right now. Um, I tried to resolve it with Google on my own, but I'm going to have to get the bank involved, I think. But with the holidays, you know, like the new year, and then like um, all this weather and stuff, they haven't been in, I don't think. So I'm going to try to, I don't know, have them dispute that for me. Hopefully that works because I've never had to deal with this before. And the bad thing is when I talked to the lady at the bank, she was telling me that I ordered a lot of stuff online and that it was probably me, that I had made those charges myself. And I'm like, no, I did not. I did not make those charges myself. And it's like I was having to plead my case. It's like I wouldn't have called you all if I had done that, you know? Anyway, she was really nice, don't get me wrong, but I feel like, and I mean, I guess she's justified in that because she doesn't know me. But it's like, if you see that I make a lot of purchases online, you should realize that I'm probably pretty smart about making purchases online. So, anyway, yeah. So that's what I've been dealing with. Anyway, I hope that you all are having a wonderful day, whatever day that it is that you're watching this on. I'm going to try to record some more videos. I'm going to try to like batch record today. So we'll see how that goes. I really want to do some look inside videos. I'm going to try to space them out. Yeah, because I know usually when I make videos, I like bombard you with them because I just can't wait for you all to see them. But I'm going to try to be smart and like batch record and like space them out so that maybe like one a week or something. I don't know. We'll see what I decide to do, but that way that you all can, um, you know, if something happens and I can't make a video or I haven't finished anything or whatever, then I have like something back up that I can show. So yeah, that's what I plan on doing today, batch recording. So yeah, that's all that I have for you guys. I'm gonna quit blabbering on now, and I will see you all real soon in another video. Bye.